race fans, and welcome to Off Campers TV coverage of the I don't know what to call this anymore series, sponsored by Sim Stuff, Sarge's Place, Vapes, The Hungry Dragon, Sasquatch Crossing, and I think I'm forgetting one of them. Not sure. But here we go. Welcome to the Homestead, Miami Speedway for the running of the Volt Vapes 150 here. 100 laps around this, 1.5 miles oval here in Homestead, Miami. So we're going to have a championship race here. Season finale. Wayne Hutchinson up by 1 point. Bryan Barnes, Jeff Stabnow, and Sean Bryceman all tied for 2,000 points. So Wayne Hutchinson's got a slight advantage coming into this race. Joining me tonight is Donovan Johns and Katie Reed. How are y'all guys doing tonight?
Man, after the drama of the last week from last race till today, I am exhausted. I don't know how these guys are handling it, but I'm anxious to see what these last laps we have of this series that's been going on, which seems like for years, but it's only been the last 5 months. See what happens, see who we can crown our champion of the Northwest Truck Series.
Yeah, I'm just as excited to see this race get going here because I think everyone had a little too much fun at Phoenix. So much drama within that race as we eliminated 2 drivers from the standings here. So it's going to be a battle between those 4 drivers, and it's going to be, I think, even more exciting here. Who knows what to expect?
Yep, if you want any kind of indication of how this is probably going to play out, if he's still on track, if we can get a quick shot of that 17 before he pulls off here. He's actually gone off the system, but we'll show you that later on in the race. Qualifying is going to be about another 7.5 minutes. Only 8 drivers taking time so far. Andy Vogt actually put in a good qualifying effort in second place right now in that number 10 truck, Sasquatch Crossing, all over his machine.
Yeah, Andy Vogt's truck looking good, and that is the teammate of the 17 of Ryan Maines, who you just mentioned there. Looks like we're starting to get a few times from our chasers here. 29 truck is qualified first. The first chaser is going to be Wayne Hutchinson in 4th. So Wayne doing a good job to be up there, but a couple of the other chasers have not even attempted a time yet, so we're going to wait to see on that.
Yeah, it looks like just 10 of our guys have laid down the time. And look at Nick Coons with a 33.51. That's an impressive laid down time right there.
Yeah, Nick's had a pretty decent end of the season here, so we'll see if he can do any better. Looks like we're focusing on Marcus Tracy, who has actually returned to the series. He hasn't raced in quite a while. Ran 6 races so far this season. So we'll see if he can have a little fun here at Homestead, as he just wanted to close off this series.
And looking for the Rookie of the Year battle as well. Going to be looking for the 24 of Jeff Stabnow and the 4 of Bryan Barnes here tonight. Whoever finishes ahead of the other will win Rookie of the Year honors for the 2017 season here.
You're saying that I'm watching Jeff Stabnow right now, just piling himself into the wall.
Yeah.
Lost it and coming out of turn 2. Man, that was ugly.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad hit. He practiced in 7th on the standings there, but see if he can put in a time. He has to reset, go back to pit lane here. He will have another chance, though. We'll see what he can do there, but I'm still watching a couple of drivers. It seems they're being a little slower to qualify than usual, I think. But, you know, might be just my imagination. Bryan Barnes, another one of our chasers, he qualified 12th so far, with quite a lot of drivers still to go to qualify. I was watching the 67 of Andrew Williams. I am not quite sure what he is doing. He was about 70 miles per hour across the line. And now he's just all of a sudden picking up speed, so I think all these guys are just starting to have a little bit of fun here.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's happening out there, but watching Andrew Williams now coming around the track late on the lap time, he qualified in 4th with his fastest time of 30.341. Let's see if he's able to capitalize on that. get himself up toward the front there and beat the 10 and 17 who are sitting second, third, and of course 29 truck professional Poland.
Yeah, you're right. Andrew Williams, practice fourth, has put in a time of 36.57. That is just his first lap, as I said. Did not have a lot of speed with him. I'm not quite sure what the point of that was, but hey, maybe he's got something under his sleeve here. And I do want to reiterate what Wes brought up. Not only will Bryan Barnes and Jeff Stabnow be competing for Rookie of the Year, but they also are exactly tied in the chase standings. So they're fighting for 2 wins here. And we're going to have to keep a very close eye on those guys. And boom, there goes Andrew Williams.
Look at that lap.
Yeah, beautiful lap there, up to second.
Yeah. Hungry Dragon is very hungry to get this race going here. Up to P2 provisionally right now. So it's good for that 67.
Got about 3.5 minutes to go as we're watching just a few more drivers go around the track here. I believe we're focused on the 7 of Brett Johnson.
And Sean Brightsman just has rolled out, and he's taking the access roads. And he's, never mind, stopping.
Yep. Not quite sure what that was about, but a few of these guys are playing around right now.
Yeah, Brett Johnson's had a pretty decent rookie year with us this year. Always fun to watch him come around. He's partnered up with the Dog Bear guys and able to use that team setup and capitalize on those speeds. So it's good to see him out and running really competitive lap times. He tested at P15 with a 30.594, and he is shutting it down.
7th.
He's currently 7th on the board. Look at that, a 4.12.
Yeah, nicely done. And Sean Brightsman is officially back onto the track, trying to go full speed and complete a lap. This will be his first lap as he goes onto the backstretch. Just crossed the line to begin. He did practice in the first position, so almost, I believe that is 0.02 of a second, beat his teammate for the first position in practice. Let's see if he can do the same for qualifying.
Well, what's weird is he actually took a practice lap.
Yeah, it's unusual. Do you think the chase pressure is getting to him?
Oh, look at that. First lap out is a 2.98.
And he's shutting it down.
That's it. Some of these guys are definitely choosing some interesting qualifying strategies.
Yeah, I have noticed that. He did jump up to 4th. So right now that makes him the first driver in the point standings, competing for a championship here tonight. He starts 1 lane up in front of Wayne Hutchinson as it sits right now. That could possibly change as we have a handful of drivers that still have yet to qualify here, including Jeff Stabnow. Jeff Stabnow has not put down a lap. He did hit the wall, but I think he called it quits instead of trying to complete another lap as well. So if he starts into the back here, he's going to have a long way to drive up through the field. But luckily for him, he's not the only chaser that had issues. Bryan Barnes also qualified last among those that have taken a time today.
Yeah, we're still waiting for the 13 of Nicholas Bishop and the 78 of Dan Stussy to pop out onto the track here. The other gentlemen in our lobby here are not in session right now.
A couple of drivers came out for practice, decided to hang their helmets up before the race begins. I think that is a few drivers that like to just hang out with this field just before they race.
I was just checking with the spotters crew and crew chiefs, and Jeff Stabnow attempted a qualifying run and did not succeed in a single clean lap.
Well, Ripperoni, he's going to be starting out back.
Taking a provisional.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough race for him if he doesn't get some help from cautions here, which I do expect to happen. But still, he's going to have to drive all the way up through the field. Will he possibly follow Bryan Barnes through?
Yeah, we got 100 laps, and I noticed the incident limit has increased here tonight. Normally, it's about a 15x. Tonight, it's a 20x. One fast repair for these guys, so if they do get into some trouble early, they can basically go get the backup truck and bring it on out. And looks like we're getting ready to start gridding.
And I do believe just about everybody is going to be pulling out that backup truck. So I think they're going to be queued up right behind the wall.
Right. We'll get a couple more of our drivers here onto the starting grid, and we'll run that down for the Vapes 150 here.
As they jump into the line here, I do want to give someone a shout out, and that's the 427 of Brandon Weinberg. He jumped up completely half of the field to qualify ninth, so very well done by him. Couple of drivers towards the back still having to spawn in.
All right, and here's your starting grid for tonight's season finale, the Vapes 150 at the Homestead Miami Speedway. You've got the 29 truck on pole tonight. Andrew Williams to his outside in P2. Andy Vogt with a great qualifying effort, going to roll off in the third position. Sean Brightsman, one of our chasers, going to roll off in fourth. Ryan Mays in the 17 truck, going to roll off top five. Wayne Hutchinson, another one of our chasers, in P6. Nick Kuhn, 7th. Brett Johnson in 8th. Brandon Weinberg, 9th. And rounding out our top 10 is going to be D. Palmer. Nathan Little in that 42 truck going to roll off in the 11th position. Gary LaViolette in 12th. 13th went to Marcus Tracy. 14th, Carl Burke. And last truck to take time in 15th, the 4, fighting for Rookie of the Year and the championship, Bryan Barnes. We're going to have, looks like Jeff Stabnow is going to roll off in 16th, technically. We're looking back here. The 78 of Dan Stussy going to roll off in 17th. And Nicholas Bishop going to round out our field here tonight.
Yeah, the reason you were probably struggling with a few numbers there is because a couple of guys spawned into the session but will not even compete in the race. And one of those drivers is the 31 of Drew Lalonde. I believe he has taken the admin role tonight.
And he's probably going to be needed on more than one occasion tonight.
Just a little bit. Oh, I see Nathan Little. Sure what what's going on with him. I think he had a tough restart there. Had to go around some drivers that were starting to pass him. But looks like he's back in line, so we're all good. And I believe you'd mentioned the 17 truck, Ryan Maines, that beautiful paint job of his. I'll tell you what, Ryan Maines is the main driver that's able to give us some amusement here tonight with that paint scheme. Has the young and the restless on the hood.
Ryan is my hero for the night right there.
Oh yeah, if he can't be in it, he can be. He can find some way to be a part of it, and that's for sure.
Right, but look at both TRGA Motorsports racers. Started P3 and P5. That is, I think, their best start in the last 2 years. I'm excited to see what these two can bring to the table. Pace car is off, and we're going to see some green flag racing. Go, go, go.
Yeah, here we go. Underway for the Vapes 150 here at Homestead. Green flag in the air. Great start from the front row there, side by side, heading off into turn number 1. Andrew Williams fighting on an outside. And look at Andy Vogt trying to get underneath that 67 as they head off in turn 2.
Yeah, there you go, Andy. Nice little jump he got there onto the back stretch. He's going to have a little bit of a run here. Stall out just at the end of a straightaway. Dive into turn 3 and see if he can get that position.
Meanwhile, looking at the one truck, Wayne Hutchinson, our current points leader, he is falling back a little bit in that beautiful pink ride. Not having the start he wanted to do in that Sargent's place is number 1, but he is looking to fight back on the 42 truck.
Yeah, Nathan Little had a great start there. Started in position number 11 all the way up to the fighting for the top 5 position. Ryan Maines on the outside. Nathan Little running that line.
Look at that rear end dancing around on that 42 truck. He is fighting it.
He's got a Kyle Larson paint scheme. He's got a Larson paint. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. Yeah, the paint scheme you were mentioning. I was watching the battle up in front of him, side by side. They were in the 46. They were getting very close off the corner. I think the 10 lost a little bit of speed there, and that brought the 46 right to him. 10 having not as great of a restart as we initially thought there, as he jumped up for a battle into second, now falling back and forth.
Yeah, things are starting to settle down up front here real quick, but the 17 and the 1 are battling. 17 getting an advantage over that, and looking right behind them, 427 is making some moves on the 19.
Yeah, Weinberg on the inside of Kuhn there. Going to have to check up there in the PBR. 427, the American Cancer Society, number 19 Chevrolet, fighting back on the outside. Looks like he's going to take that position back. for
Oh,
the 8th spot.
D. Palmer on the high side. He is driving like a man on a mission.
And he's outside of Brett Johnson right now, teammate in the Dog Bear stable. Gonna make that momentum work for him on the high side. Brett Johnson going to tuck in. Back behind him, coming down the backstretch, off into turn number 3.
Man, I got to tell you, looking at these guys on their first setups, these guys are driving loose. This track temperature is giving them some fits, and they are trying to adjust their trucks down and drive their driving styles. Watch them coming out right off of Apex, and they are fighting to hold those wheels down.
I tell you what, Deep Palmer, like you said, he is on a mission. He's already to the inside of Nick Kuhn. I mean, he was dancing down the front stretch.
Oh,
Lord,
it's
blown up.
427. Oh!
Yeah, that's not going to bring out a caution
Brightsman.
unless someone hits him. He's clear, got to get down. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. Waiting on some other drivers.
How much
Caution
you want to
is
bet
still
there's
not out.
max tape on that ride?
There we go.
He forgot to take the qualifying set out of the PBR Toyota there, nor he forgot to switch the gas out from the PBR. He is definitely mosquito spraying right now. Going to get to the pit lane safely. Looking back behind him, though, Gary LaViolette coming off turn 4. 3 laps down, he had a thoroughput issue. So that's not good for the 68 on today. He's going to have a lot of help to get back onto the lead lap.
Speaking of that lead lap, our first 6-7 trucks are just riding around evenly spaced. Everyone is doing their bit job, and there is back to Bryan Barnes on the Marcus Tracy battle. Oh, excuse me, Brent Johnson battle is the first one we have 2x2. Barnes taking advantage.
Yeah, he's running that absolutely low line and actually making it work. He's got that truck set up pretty nice, that Popsicle Chevrolet underneath Nick Kuhn now, down the back straight. Going to see how that works in turn 3. He's going to dive it in there and take that spot.
Just robbed Coons of that position. He is slick and smooth. Barnes just doing what he's got to do to make his way back up to the front and battle for not only Rookie of the Year against Stabnow, but also for the championship itself.
Yeah, reminder, D. Palmer, we said he was on a mission. He's technically only gained 2 spots here. On the night, qualified 10th up to 8th right now. Bryan Barnes is our big mover of the race, qualified 15th. And he is showing that just because he qualified all the way in the back doesn't mean he can't compete for this championship. Up to 9th so far. And in talks with that, it looks like the 24 of Jeff Stabnow not having the night he wants. Messed up his qualifying effort, started in the back, and hasn't moved up at all, with the exception of the 427 of Brandon Weinberg, who broke his engine, and the 68 of Gary LaViolette, who actually had a thoroughput issue. So, yeah, Jeff Stabnow not doing too good.
No, he is. If you listen to his motor and get in there, he does not sound like he is running all 8 right. And his setup is just not rotating the way he needs it to rotate. He is not looking and enjoying what he's feeling right this moment.
Well, some kind of dragon's trying to burn some beards up here. That 67, Andrew Williams looking to try and take over the top spot, going to the inside, and get a good run coming off the turn, about a half truck length back from the 29 truck. Going to see if he can set him up here in turn 3 and get a good drive in and off, but he's got to worry about his teammate Sean Brightsman right behind him at 46.
Brightsman in that championship hut, and if this race should end right now, Brightsman would be our champion for the Northwest Truck Series Season 2.
Yeah, but hopefully, luckily for us, it doesn't end right now. We've got tons of racing to go, and I am enjoying this race up front. It looks like the 67 biding his time, trying to get his way up to the front there. Has to back off just a little bit, but that means it's even better for the 46 of Sean Brightsman.
Yeah, look in the back real quick. Dean Palmer still on a rampage. He is on the outside of the 1 truck of Wayne Hutchinson. He is passing his teammate who is running for a championship. He's going to the front. He don't care. Honey Badger don't care nothing.
Well, if you notice, most of the trucks that are making a move are making it on the high side. Homestead, Miami is a progressively banked speedway. So that high side is a little bit more friendly to these trucks than that bottom, as you see that one running it right now and losing a lot of time to that for Bryan Barnes, as Barnes is just following Palmer up towards the top 5 here.
Speaking of those top 5, we still have our race leader is the 29 truck, followed by the 67. The 46 is trying to find his way around that green spoiler of Andrew Williams.
Yeah, and you look at it, they're running pretty much identical lines there. Walls, the 29 is going to come out. There he comes. He's about a quarter of a truck length off of the rear bumper.
No one's getting it done on the low side, so Williams has either got to commit to it Or he's got to move the 29 truck. Let's see if he's able to do it one way or another. He is looking low again coming down the front stretch.
Yeah, he's got to run, but he's going to tuck back in behind that 29 truck. He needs to try to think about moving to that high side, get the momentum coming off of 2 here through 1 and 2. Doesn't really work in 3 and 4, but 1 and 2, you can definitely capitalize on that move. Caution's out.
Oh, we got a bunch of trucks up on the wall. 53, 78, all pancaking themselves. Got some mosquito abatement happening, and 53 has taken their toe.
Yeah, it was actually one of our championship contenders involved in that. The 24 of Jeff Stabnow actually gave a little bump to the 53 of Carl Burke. That sent him around, collected the 78 of Dan Stucci, and that is all she wrote.
Well, one way to get involved there, 24.
Yeah.
Definitely, and because of that, looks like the 53 of Carl Burke is going to be our official first DNF of the night, and that is, well, the end of his night. Unfortunately, Carl Burke is such a good driver here, and we wish him the best for his future in iRacing, as this will be his last laps on the season for the Northwest Truck Series.
Yeah, notice these guys coming down on pit road. Now the leader's going to have to be careful not to pass that pace car while on his access road. I've done it myself and gotten a black flag for it before.
Oh,
so
yes. That is an evil, evil pace car.
Yes, it is.
Everyone would be really good. This is where you need a good spotter to tell you what exactly your pace speed is. Match it up, dive low. These pace car sits right at 65 miles an hour. If you hit 68, ooh, you're going to get hurt.
It looks like every single person is going to come down. The only one staying out is someone 4 laps down, and that is the 427 of Brandon Weinberg. We just mentioned how he was involved in that first incident when he blew his engine. Looks like the 68 of Gary LaViolette will be your lucky dog winner.
All right, race off pit road, 29, 67, 10, 46. 17's inside the 42, and 23-4.
You know.
TRGA Motorsports is on their game tonight.
Was just about to mention that. Look at Andy Vogt jumping up into the 3rd position off pit lane. Very well done by him. This is what we're talking about. Those teammates always tend to stick together, whether it's
hell or high water.
Exactly, you're right. If one has a bad day, the other has a bad day as well. But when they succeed, man, they really do succeed, and they have the trucks to compete. It's just the end product that's just not there for them yet.
And that is so unfortunate. Just looking at Jeff Stabnow, and you're going for Rookie of the Year and going for Northwest Truck Series champion, just not having the race he was looking for. Hopefully he'll be able to bring it back, and just unfortunate that he got involved in with Carl Berg and got it collected in with the 78 is just unfortunate.
Yeah, still has some right front damage on that truck that he wasn't able to get completed on that stop. I believe he didn't want to give up too much time, which he is towards the back anyway, as Dan Stucci is. Looks like, I think he took his reset, so took his Thank you. I was trying to think of the word. Appreciate it. Yeah, he just had way too much damage after getting collected by the 53 of Carl Burke, who again has retired from this race. So we're really focusing on Gary LaViolette, who is the next driver that really needs to get back on the lead lap here after he had some bad luck with his internet.
Oh, LaViolette, he's had a rough second half of this season.
Yeah, he was looking really good coming into the chase, the beginning of the chase, and just all hell broke loose.
I've been running with LaViolette for a few years now, and it's always a joy to run with him because, you know, if you're beating LaViolette, you're doing good. This season has just not played out the way he would want it to play.
Yeah,
well, the good thing is he did get the lucky dog on that exchange, I believe. So he got one of his laps back. He's 16th, 2 laps down right now, so he's got a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Lights off space car. 427 is going to take the wave around here, get one of his laps back, and we're about to go back racing.
All right, let's see if these TRGA boys can figure this out. Their nose to tail sitting inside row 2 and 3, looking right behind the 29, 67, and the 46 who have been the class of the fields thus far. Let's get a hammer down early and see where we can go.
I would say that that 17, if you look at it from a distance, it kind of looks like Jeff Gordon's Baby Ruth car.
Yeah. I love the Young and the Restless on that truck, though.
It's priceless.
Pleases me.
Fitting.
He always has the most unique paint schemes
He
on
does.
his truck, and it's so entertaining to watch.
Well, and with his sponsor, the Wildmine Concepts rigs, always turn out just some sharp, sharp liveries.
Yep. We got that iRacing pace car getting ready to make the trek back down to the safety of the pit road here. The 29's Ruggy, your leader, 67 to his outside. Let's see if we get a good jump, and we do. Andrew Williams, great on that restart. Green flag back out into the air.
And Vogt had a fantastic restart on the inside of the 46 truck of Brightsman. 17 got caught sleeping a little bit. 42 of Nathan Little got around him.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to settle it for third here. 10's finally going to get that pass on the 46. Down low. Blocking a little bit. We're only a few laps into this race so far. 19 laps to be accurate here. Look at the 67. Dive into that corner. I wasn't expecting that. Andrew Williams trying to make that pass. Not going to be able to do it. Battle for third here. Andy Vogt, man, he is pressing it hard on a championship contender, no less.
Oh, he is not giving that up for nothing. He is running them up.
Oh, they might have touched just a little bit, running out of turn number 2. Vogt's going to lose that third position to the 46. And looking at the 42 here, Nathan Little going to get it inside. Try and take over the 4th position. He is on a tear right now, too. Up 6, make that 7 spots right now as they come out of turn number 4.
On the inside of the 29.
Williams is on the inside. He is up to the wheel. He is trying to get around the 29. He's going to get up to the quarter panel. They are going wheel to wheel, and he's got almost cleared him.
No, no. Yeah. Unfortunately, the front part of that truck still sneaking in there. 67 is going to lose a little bit of momentum here on the back stretch and see if he can complete this pass. He's definitely got a little bit better position into 3 here. He's completed all 4. He's got the drive. 29 truck still sticking out there.
Yeah, he's going to have the better lane. He's going to run it down. Looking right behind these guys real quick, though, real quick. 42, 17, 4. They are in a neck-and-neck battle. Almost went 3 wide just a moment ago, trying to get passes on.
Well, Williams up front here. He's going to have to try and push that 29 a little bit wider than what he's doing right now. 29's got the momentum. Andrew Williams needs to get a little bit of a break and break his momentum.
Yeah, he will not have the help from the 46.
No, and the tire wear on the inside is just going to eat these up. Mark Wall's known for having such a great long run scenario. If you're on the inside there, you're just chewing up tire more than you need to.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. That 46, though, going to stick to the back of the 67's bumper. Not going to give up that position. Still working hard on the back stretch. Ooh, want to give him a little tap there as they head into turn 3. And it looks like you can see right behind him, that 10 came right back into the picture here. These guys battling are forcing other drivers to collect, to come and catch with them as well. I'm keeping an eye on that 4 of Bryan Barnes, man. He is just charged up through the field, up into the top 5.
Yeah, man.
Barnes is known as a guy who will not ever really qualify well, or he won't qualify at all right at the back, but he's always been late in the race up in the top 5. He's decided to change that strategy up. Going 24 laps in, he's already in the top 5 looking for P4, and it's about to take it.
Yeah, if he can get a good run here coming off of this turn, he's going to get really close to that wall, and he looks like he will get that position at the line. Bryan Barnes up to P4. Great gap between him and his championship competitor. Actually, he's 1 spot away from getting the championship.
Yeah, if I do remember, Barnes and Brightsman are tied in the championship run, so that is really the championship race happening right there.
Yeah, that's correct. Wayne is actually winning by 1 point heading into this race, but unfortunately, Wayne Hutchinson not having the race he wants. He's all the way back in 9th position tonight.
Hey, hats off to Stout now, though. He is already up to P11, looking at P10 now.
Well, not hard to do when everybody else is a lap down.
That happens.
There he goes. Underneath the pink number 1 of Wayne Hutchinson, another competitor for the championship. Look at the 83. We're going to make it 3 wide. Thought about it. Going to back out the Marcus Tracy. He almost has some huge cojones right there, son.
Yeah, Marcus Tracy hasn't raced in this series in quite a while. decided to only do about a quarter of the season for this series, but he is a great racer. He's always been a very competitive type of driver here as he's watching this battle up in front of him, trying not to let the 68 get to his bumper. That one side-by-side with the 24. These guys are both in the championship, both trying to get back up through the field, neither of them holding that position really. They're trying to get further up into the top 5, and it's just not going to work for the one. Not going to be able to hold it on the outside. 24 is going to get that position.
And right in front of him, the 17 just took over that 7th spot back from Nathan Little in that 42. Little had a good run on him down the backstretch, but could not capitalize on it. Mays is going to keep that position. Looking at D. Palmer, though, coming off of the turn number 2. Going to get to the back bumper of Andy Vogt. Vogt just falling like a rock after that restart. And tires are really wearing off. And something happened. Oh, Brett Johnson back on the track after receiving a thorough put. He's up here with our leaders.
Yeah, our leaders just got around him. Brett kept it nice and low. 46 did not have a good run, and the 4-truck, Bryan Barnes, closed in and out. He's looking on the inside of the 46. He's going to try to make a pass on the backstretch.
And there he goes. Got a good run coming off the high side of turn number 2. Now, Brightsman fighting on that outside. Barnes in the popsicle blue, number 4. Going to be even coming off of turn number 4, and we got a battle for the lead in front of him as well.
Brightsman, or excuse me, not Brightsman, Andrew Williams looked low again, got all the way up and just in front of the 29 truck, lost the momentum race going to the backstretch, but going back in, he has got a good line, but just like before, high line is the preferred way to get around this track.
Yeah, and you can see that the 46 right behind him, the 4. He's gonna stay tucked in behind Bryan Barnes for right now. Had a good run down the backstretch, but decided to think differently of it as our leaders are still fighting for it.
Tires? We don't need no stinking tires.
Oh, no.
What's impressive here is every time Williams and 29 get side by side, Barnes is able to close up by about almost half a tenth of a second. So he is loving seeing these two going side by side, shaving off time and allowing him just to gently reel him in. Just like, oh, look at that go.
Yeah. High, wide, and handsome.
Yeah, worth mentioning, Bryan Barnes is the only one of the top 4 chasers that actually hasn't won a race this season. So not only is he racing for a championship, he's trying to get up there and get him a win.
Give me Newman it. Let's go.
Yeah, really, man.
I'm trying to reel back here. Have there been any NASCAR champions who haven't won a race?
To my immediate knowledge,
so.
No.
I don't. Yeah, I want to
Kenseth?
say no because you tend to have to win at least one race. I think what we're all thinking here is that you have to be so consistent to win a championship, and to do that, chances are you end up winning a race by being so consistent. So I don't know the answer to that, honestly.
Yeah, I'm thinking way back before this pre-chase crap came around.
Yeah,
but
Kenseth won in 03, and I know he won a couple of races.
Maybe Martin got close, Kenseth got close. I'm not sure.
Martin's been close a little too much.
Yeah.
Right.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
That's why he goes to the gym pumping iron to Gucci Man.
at like 5'6".
Yes. I guarantee you he'd whip anybody who's a...
I think our statistician is doing a research here for us, and Kenseth won with one single race won in his championship run.
Yeah, it's really tough to win the championship without at least one win under your belt. But who knows? Bryan Barnes might just do it for us in this series. It's been very competitive, but he's been so consistent, and we've got bumper-to-bumper action for first and third.
I'm looking at. I can't take my eyes off of the top 2 and the second 2. I mean, these guys are running each other. They are throwing tires and strategy into the wind. The 4 and the 46 are both closing in on the 29 and 67. This is going to be really interesting here in about 4, 5, 6 laps when Barnes and Brightsman catch up. What's going to happen?
Well, see, I believe the 67's burn off his right front from having to run the inside lane, trying to get around our leader, and he's just now tried to go to the high side. Last lap, noticed that he lost a lot of time, closed in a ton right there. Look at the 4.
Oh, talk about giving it away.
Yeah, Barnes got a little bit too far out of the throttle and a little too close to the wall there, almost into the cushion. If there was one here.
Oh, and Brightsman again looking at that apron saying, hey, you're looking kind of good down there.
Back behind him, though, the 24 has gotten around the 17 of Ryan Maines as well. He's up to P6 now, looking for a top 5. The only chaser to really not have a good run here tonight is the 1. Wayne Hutchinson back here battling with the 19.
Yeah, Wayne only came in leading about 1 point. That's not enough. He cannot finish 10th as he sits right now. He's really got to go up through the field. I'm wondering if he's just struggling or if he's biding his time. I can't believe it's the second one. So it looks like he's having just a tough night.
We're almost 40% done of this race. It's only 100 laps. We're coming up on lap 40 here real fast.
The 4 got a good run off of 2 that time. Bryan Barnes, but 46 had a better line on the inside. I believe that those Wicked Chassis trucks are hooked up on that bottom lane.
Yeah, Bryan Barnes trying to pull off the 67's line a little bit here. Trying to keep it to the top unless he can make a pass. For the most part, they're going to have to be wary here. The 7 of Brett Johnson behind him. He is down 7 laps, unfortunately, after having that disconnect. He and Gary LaViolette both having difficulties here with throughput tonight. It's really unfortunate because both of them are really great drivers, and I'm sure wanted a really good run here to end the season.
Yeah, watching Brightsman still trying to cut it down low, and we've seen time and time again that will close up that gap, but you will lose it down the back stretches. So although right now it's paying off, he's able to get inside and get along the front end of Barnes. Oh, Barnes!
Save it, save it, save it! Oh,
good save.
Yeah, nicely done. Only going to lose that position to Sean Brightsman. He's got plenty of room to catch his truck before D. Palmer in the 5th position will reach him. Lucky for him, Bryan Barnes really needs to hang tight there because he cannot afford a bad run here tonight.
Barnes already looked loose there again. We have had, what, about 20 laps on this run?
Yeah, 20 laps almost exactly. You're right.
These guys have got to be begging for tires.
Yeah, 10 more laps, and I think we'll start seeing some people take a chance on pitting.
10? I don't think so. We're going to get yellow before then.
Well, maybe. I was talking to these guys before the race, and they said they could go about 50 laps on fuel, but on tires, not even close. About 30 laps on tires.
And these guys up front are pushing these trucks hard. They are not going easy on these tires at all. So it'll be fun to see what happens.
Looks like we're running about just over 20 laps on these tires. We should be seeing these guys sometime in the next 10 to 15 laps, I would believe.
If it stays green, I can see them going about 10 laps. I just don't know if these trucks are going to last that long.
Yeah, you're wondering who's going to have to bring out the caution because of tires before they get to pitting because of tires.
Well, I mean,
this is exactly the kind of race we want to see, though. At the end, we want to see these guys drive it out and run these trucks, see if they can compete with each other without having the benefit of the caution to keep up.
I just saw the 29 truck make a little bit of a bobble. That is very unlike the driving style there. Usually super clean, super tire saving, but there was a little bit of a loose wiggle coming out of that 29.
Yeah, I'm looking out back here. The one of Wayne Hutchinson. Yeah, Dan Susi 1 lap down. He's going to take his truck into the pits. He's not competing with anyone. No one is also 1 lap down with him. Although with his pit, he's going to have to compete with Gary LaViolette, who's 2 laps down. But as I was mentioning before, I am looking at the 1 of Wayne Hutchinson. Again, the driver that really bringing up the back of the points right now. In the Final 4, he's the last driver on the track. In the 10th position, he was competing with the 19 there of Nick Kuhn, who's trying to hang on as well. The 427 up in front of him is not for position. 427 blew an engine early on, was able to use his faster pair and get back out on the track, but not before losing a couple of laps.
Oh, battle for second right now. Sean Brightsman underneath Andrew Williams in turns 1 and 2. Andrew Williams on the high side. Looks like he's not going to be able to use that momentum to his advantage. Brightsman up to second. And the 4 on pit road as well. Bryan Barnes, championship contender.
Yeah, if this continues to go green, this is going to look really good on him because he's going to have the freshest tires. But it has to stay green.
And again,
once now these are starting to pit, you got to know that the 29 and the 46 are hearing that strategy calling out. They're thinking as well. Somebody let something go.
Well, the 67 is the Ford's teammate. So Bryan Barnes and the 67 of Andrew Williams, I believe, should be pitting right around each other. Again, the 67 not in the race for the chase. The 4 is, so might have a difference in strategy based on that.
Again, you have to think as well, these guys have got to hit the access road on both ends of the track. Because if you do not hit it coming into the pits under the green flag, you will get a black flag. So,
and right now, under green flag racing, Bryan Barnes ended up 2 laps down. So this is going to be critical. And this stays green if he wants any chance to keep this thing going. Well, actually, with the circulations going around, he is now 1 lap down.
Yeah, almost went 2 laps down, but he was able to get back up to speed just in time. And with those fresh tires, he is starting to pull away from the 29 truck, who it looks like might have to compete with his teammate here.
Yep, and these guys, the fresh tires, that's a difference of about 1.5 seconds. Wow, 4 truck coming around the 1. Woo! Almost in the wall. Bryan Barnes has caught up to the 1 and the, who was that, the 7
427.
427.
427, yeah. Brandon Weinberg, again, had a great truck early on, but blew an engine, so he is competing with lead lap cars right now. He has that speed, but the 1 of Wayne Hutchinson still struggling on this racetrack right now. The 4, Bryan Barnes, trying to make his way back up after that stop. He has to hope that it stays green, as we're seeing if any more drivers are going to bring it in.
And we got a battle for 4th right now. D. Palmer on the outside of Jeff Stabnow. Stabnow, his truck has definitely came alive here in the last 15 laps. Underneath D. Palmer. Palmer's going to have a good run coming around him on the outside of turn number 2. That was great.
Look at that 23. He is just manhandling that truck back into 3rd or 5th.
Yeah, this is a great rebound for the 24 of Jeff Stabnow. I mean, this is unbelievable. He had so much trouble early on, but man, he's hurt us. He heard us say he needed to get going, and he did. He made his way up to the 5th position right now.
It looks like that right there is taking us to halfway across this race while watching the 23 and the 24 doing battle.
So 13 of Nicholas Bishop, yeah, bringing it into the trying to get slowed up enough, bringing it into the access road to go to the pits here. Again, Bryan Barnes is the only one, obviously besides that 13, that has decided to pit. We'll see. He is going a couple of laps. I mean, he is really gaining some time right now on the racetrack, but again, he has to hope the other drivers pit under green before that can really take effect.
Still looking for people to come down pit road here. Should be sometime soon within the next 5 laps. We should be seeing a bunch of green flag pit stops coming around.
Just hit 30 laps on this green flag run. That's when they said they would start pitting. We do have a battle for the lead here. The 46 trying to take it to the inside of the 29 truck. Won't quite get there.
I think he's going to go ahead and take it. Yep. I don't think he's going to get a challenge at all for it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, these guys, they've got to be planning on pitting here real soon, because you can see even through both of these trucks, those rear ends are just wanting to start to dance out on them, while the 1 truck is in the pits.
83 down as well. Marcus Tracy on pit lane, right behind the 1. Got a Wayne Hutchinson coming off pit road here. Got the 19 as well hitting the access road, coming off in front of our leaders here. Kuhn back out onto the racing surface.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm really surprised that the 67 has stayed out as long as he has with his teammate before coming in. I think the 46 and the 29 will probably pit around each other as they're competing for the lead, and the 46 competing for a championship.
Yeah, Nick Kuhn had to come back around. I believe he missed a stall.
I believe he didn't miss a stall. I think he got a speeding penalty.
Oh, no.
If I'm correct on watching that. Yeah, he definitely hit his stall, pitted right behind the 1 truck. I think he just got a black flag for speeding.
Bryan Barnes looking like one smart cookie right now. Just got to hope that this run gets a yellow flag here soon. He's getting ready to start working on about 7 or 8 laps on these tires. As he drives around the 23 on the outside, I mean, he's got the thing hooked up.
Give you an idea of where he is on the track. He just passed the 23 truck, about to reach the 24. Jeff Stabnow. Jeff is 8 seconds behind our leader, which means Bryan Barnes is also 8 seconds behind our leader to get his lap back. So he needs to keep running these fast laps. Needs to reach that, not only to pass him to get his lap back, but also guarantee him a spot so that if a caution were to come out, he's not completely let out to dry.
I'll tell you one thing, Brightsman is pulling away from our former leader here. He's got about a 6.6 second advantage over that 29 truck. Brightsman hooked up for the long run here.
Heck yeah, and look at the 7 truck of Brent Johnson. He is starting to look to get away around the 29 truck. He wants to earn his lap back to go to old-fashioned way.
One of many.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's got quite a few down, but man, if you can earn one back.
You always feel accomplished when you get one back the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, worth mentioning, by the way, that they can all make it from here, including, I do believe, the 4 of Bryan Barnes.
That's
on
a
gas,
lot.
that is. On tires, they'll probably pit one more time, but yeah, on gas, they should all be able to make it.
I was going to say, that's a long pit window there. Because that's
Yeah,
talking,
they can go about
45, 50 laps.
56 laps, I believe they said.
Oh, man, I do not want to be driving one of these things after 50 laps.
Nope, you might as well just put
really.
rocks underneath the tires. Put Fred Flintstone wheels on it.
Brett, I want to throw me out in the ice skating rink. Let me go for it.
It looks like Bryan Barnes is still making his way up. We just mentioned how he was 8 seconds behind our leader, now 6.5 seconds behind our leader, so still gaining tons of time, but he really needs the green to stay out. These guys really should be bringing their trucks in any time now.
Now, well, looking at Brightsman's lap time, he just ran a 31.813. Barnes is getting across the stripe here. He ran a 31.112. So he's
That's
about
only
7/10 faster than our leaders right now.
Three-quarter of a second. Well, it's 3/4 of a second, right?
Yeah, around about. Depends on how much change you want to give me.
I'm not much of a
Drivers,
giver.
up at the front, still deciding to stay out. That 83 going side by side with the 67. That's not for position. Look at Bryan Barnes. You can really see the tires and how they count here. The 4 on relatively fresh tires, about 9 to 10 laps on his, with the 67 having so old tires. Oh, looks like he's going to slow up the 4 there. He's going to cut his momentum, but not enough to stop him. That 4 is going to complete the pass on the 67. This is not for position, as Andrew Williams is 5 seconds behind our leader, and there he goes.
Yeah, but a
As
little
the
bit of
67
leader.
leader love there.
Yeah, 46 coming in, 427 in front.
Oh, Barnes
Oh,
sliding.
what's
Oh, no,
going
Barnes
on?
46, sliding it around. You almost lost control.
Andrew Williams also to pit road behind him. Looks like the 29 to 24 going to stay out. D. Palmer coming down to pit lane. And we're just waiting on Mains and Mains vote the 29 and the 24, and then we'll have cycled through for these green flag pit stops.
Yeah, they are officially in the same little front stretch area. Ooh, the 29 is so loose in that old tires. He's going to have to compete with the 7 of Brett Johnson, who I believe is on the same set of tires. Brett has not brought it in, although he is 7 laps down. About to gain 1 back, though, on the 29. Hopefully go to 6 laps down. But, man, you can really see this. Bryan Barnes up to 4th position. He's already approaching the back of the 83 up in front of him.
And Brightsman down and away, coming back onto the racing surface here. Andrew Williams doing the same thing. He's going to be around the 17, who's in 3rd place, merging back onto the racing surface fairly safely. Looking for trucks coming down. Nobody that I've mentioned before has come down yet. The top 4 still yet to make their green flag pit stop.
And they are committed to whatever strategy they're on right at this time. They are going to run.
Oh, here he
Ball's
comes.
coming down.
Here comes the leader. 29 truck down to pit lane. We should
Four-
see the
four
24
truck
do
just
the
came
same
around.
thing.
Yeah, the 4 Bryan Barnes
Here comes
officially on the lead
24.
lap, so he doesn't have to worry about going down a lap or being trapped with the yellow flag. That's really good to see. It looks like the 24 of Jeff Stabnow going to follow his teammate in. Looks like Ryan Mains and his teammate in the 10 of Andy Vogt going to take a chance and stay out.
Well, let's see if this 4 can come out in front of our leader here. He's got a while to go. Here comes Barnes coming out of turn 4 right now.
Oh, hit the wall.
Oh, no.
Barnes is into the wall.
Oh no!
Yeah, he
Barnes!
completely slid outside of the turn 4. He lost so much time there.
Well, there he goes to
yeah.
the lead. He's about 20 seconds or so in front of, well, actually about 6 seconds in front of the 46. He does take over the lead, though, but really slow.
So
down
much
the
damage on the
backstretch.
right side of that truck. He's probably going to want a caution here anytime now. As he's finally back on the lead lap, man, this is
He needs
costing
it
him
now.
quite a bit.
Oh, look, and again, just like last week, the damage models on these things is so impressive.
Teammates are in, guys. 17 and 10 have brought it in, which means Bryan Barnes is in the first position in the lead by a good
2 seconds.
3 or
Not
so
much.
seconds.
Yeah, Bryson right behind him on about 10 to 12 lap fresher tires. That 46 is hard charging and waiting to get back into that lead.
Before that wall incident right there by the Ford truck, Sean Brightsman was trending about 0.3 of a second faster, 2.5 tenths of a second. So he will be closing that gap pretty comfortably right now. And especially with the damage, it's going to slow down Bryan Barnes.
Yeah, 2.6 seconds at the line between him and second place. Andrew Williams in third, about 7.5 back.
Yeah,
And,
difference of 16 laps. Sean Brightsman's tires are 16 laps fresher
That's
than Bryan
huge.
Barnes. That's about half a run here.
Yep.
Realistically on tires. So this is going to be competitive right here as we cross over to go 34 laps to go. If there is a caution, this is really going to shake things up. But for now, they're going to stay green. Can Bryan Barnes hold on, try and hold off that 46 who really is gaining? They have a truck in between them. But that is the 19 of Nick Kuhn, who is trying to get his one of his laps back as he's 2 laps down.
What's
Good.
funny,
Go ahead.
looking at the 46, he ran exactly 40 laps. When he pit, it was lap 60. So I'm believing everybody else is going to stay out. From now on, I believe the 4 has made his bed and has to lay in it. He is not going to be able to capitalize on pitting early and bring everybody down for his second go around on tires. He's coming in now. That's a shame.
Ah, that just hurts team morale right there.
But Sean
Yeah, it
Brightsman,
really is. I probably, if I were him, I probably would have stayed out a little bit longer to see, maybe once that 46 passed him, to see if, a caution maybe come out. That'll put him on even tires because, everyone would probably pit, but he decided to bring it in after running about 20 laps.
if he's got my kind of luck, probably a caution come out when he's on the access road out.
on the out lap.
Well, that means Sean Brightsman and the 46 is your leader with 32 laps to go. He is 4 seconds in front of Andrew Williams. But more importantly, where in the world did the one of Wayne Hutchinson come from?
Yeah.
He is in the 4th position, second in the point standings. And this is extremely important because if Wayne can somehow get to the 67 of Andrew Williams, if the one of Wayne Hutchinson finishes in second, he will tie with the 46 of Sean Brightsman. And wouldn't you like that for an ending to this season? Coach Campion.
A big thing with the Northwest Truck Series, they get 1 point per position. So he has got to be on the bumper of Sean Brightsman to tie him in front of him to win it.
Yeah, even if he ties him, I believe the 46 will get the win on a tiebreaker on wins.
Based on wins, yep.
Yeah. Come 4-2.
Checkers or wreckers, let's go racing.
Yep.
And last time I checked, there's quite a few dog bears there who may make really wide trucks.
What? No.
No, that's a
Never.
killer club right there. Oh yeah. Oh man, just click back on Barnes. While he did take the fast repair, his truck is looking good. But yeah, he's so far back. Even Maines is in front of him for the lucky dog.
Yeah, Jeff Stabnow finally making that pass on the one truck that will put Wayne back to second. I'm sorry, to fifth, or now third in points as the 24 moves past him. Now the 24 is tied with Sean Breisman, so it's not enough for the 24 to get up to the second position. He needs to pass him to win the championship.
Yeah, well, right now that pretty much let's get a caution to get this thing reset. We're under 30 to go. Bryan Barnes can get back on that lead lap. I believe he's got a truck. I heard something hit something.
Yeah, the 427 was making slow, sweet love to the outside wall.
Yeah, but if that 24, if that 4 wants to try and at least get Rookie of the Year honors, there's caution.
There it
Oh,
is.
that is not what he wanted, though. Didn't want that to come out then because he is not in the lucky dog position.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
Who
the
was it?
17 of
That's
Ryan
Nathan
Maines
Little,
is in the lucky
42.
dog position.
Hard hit.
Oh, man. Right before that caution came out, we had a couple of guys lose position there, shuffled everyone around. We'll see what it's at when they come back around, but this is unbelievable.
Yep.
Looks like the 46 is already bringing it
like
into the pit lane after just catching the pace car.
It looks like we might have multiple wrecks happening at the same time. 42 lost it coming out of 4 and just dove nose first right into the wall.
Yeah, we got a little bit of action all the way around, and as it sits, the 17 did not reach the 83, and that means the 83 will be your lucky dog winner. Now, as this might get interesting because if the 83 doesn't pit, it just might fall to the 17. If I'm counting this correctly, this is going to be interesting. Gonna have to see where everyone shuffles out as our leaders come down pit road. Everyone clean into their pit box, it seems. And watch this race off. Worth mentioning the 83, 42, and 17 all in front of our leader right now. Oh, 46 clean off, and look who's right behind him. The one of Wayne Hutchinson. That's what we're talking about. A call to possibly win this race. 2 tires on the one truck.
Oh, no, really?
2 tires on the one truck of Wayne Hutchinson.
You know Chad Barker's in there barking some commands in the Dog Bear command center.
Well, if my math is correct, he has 23 laps on his left side tires.
Yeah, that's probably going to be okay.
Ooh, this is going to be close.
Oh. Vote. I do show that Andrew Vogt is our #1 truck with Sean Breisman, Wayne Hutchinson, Andrew Williams, and the 29 all in the top 5 right behind him.
This is what we wanted to see, folks.
Yeah, but I think, in my opinion, more importantly, is 3 trucks in front of that 10. Bryan Barnes can take the wave around after pitting not a few laps ago. Can he drive up through this field and get a good finish enough to take the win? I'd have no clue if he can do it, but he will definitely try. I can guarantee that.
The good thing is he's only got 3 laps on these tires.
Yeah, you are right. And if we get another quick caution from this restart, who knows?
Caution, precautions. And if anything shows us last week in the insanity of the second half of that race, you better have your popcorn pop because this is going to get fun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Who's got me vodka?
Well, we're looking at 25 to go before they hit the stripe to, I believe, turn the lights off the pace car. So
Before you turn off the lights.
we got a show for you guys here tonight.
This has been some interesting layouts happening here.
Hey guys, I have someone over the radio we might be interested in getting a quick word from. It is the one of Wayne Hutchinson. Wayne, you got us.
I got you, Katie.
Hey, but you are restarting in the 3rd position. What is going through your mind right now? 24 going to be 23 when you get this green flag. What are you thinking?
I'm hoping that these 2 tires I just took will stick. I'm hoping a 10 car in front of us is not going to do anything crazy. But I have a feeling I'm going to get run over here by Williams and Walls. So it's I don't know. I'm a little bit afraid.
Hey, Wayne, if Barker can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. But it's going to be fun. I mean, this is the only chance I had here. It was the yellow came out perfect timing.
All right,
Hey,
we're
we,
halfway down the backstretch, brother.
We appreciate that dedication, and we wish you the best of luck, and we will keep a close eye on you. Good luck, Wayne.
Okay, thank you.
Go get him sweet and low.
Oh, man, this is going to get interesting. The 10, our leader right now, 10-lap old tires. The one behind him, 23-lap old tires on his left side. Everyone else has 4. What's going to happen here? The top 2 cars in the top 4 are racing for a championship.
All right, pace cars off. 23 laps to go when they hit the line. Andy Vogt down and away. Green flag. Back out in the air for the Volt Vapes 150.
Yeah, here we go. 10 off to a great start. 46 off as well. The one, Wayne Hutchinson going side by side with the 67 of Andrew Williams. This is your first side by side battle after the restart. And the one pull through on the bottom can't quite do it. And it looks like the truck behind him is going to pick the high lane to give the 67 a push. No, the one trying to get even with him is not sticking.
Ooh, no, don't do that. He pushed up. Almost into the driver's side of that 67 Hungry Dragon Chevrolet. Not going to get there. Battle for the lead, though. Sean Bryce was to the inside of Andy Vogt as they head off into turn 1. Side by side. Looks like the 46 is going to get it. Here comes Andrew Williams, 67 in third place. Great run coming off turn 2.
Yeah, and the one's finally going to settle into the 5th position right now. Still going to have to put up with 24 as Jeff Stab now behind him. Can the 10 hang on? The answer is absolutely not as he goes to the high side there. Oh, going to stay off the wall. Luckily, the 67.
Three wide.
Wide.
Well, this is not what you want to see here. But, fortunately.
You know who does like seeing this right now? The 4 truck. He's moved himself up into 9th position. Working on 17 trucker Ryan Maines. He is looking to making some forward momentum. He wants these guys to run hard like that.
Yeah, he wants these guys to get in a wreck and eliminate half the field. That's really what he wants. Oh, man, that 24 is going to close the door on that 10.
Oh,
this is getting ever more.
On the bumper of the 29 truck. That was a movement waiting to happen.
Just getting more and more interesting here. 67 going to be able to hold it down
23
on the,
into the 10.
And the bomber. Yeah, good chrome horn to the back end of the 10. 23 D Palmer going to look to take over that 5th position from Andy Vogt. Like the strategy's not working for that 10.
No, I do not think his truck is healthy enough to take 2 tires and to pull that off.
Everyone having full heads right now as they try to run through these laps. 20 laps, 19 to go. Sean Breitzman out in the lead.
Barnes up to 8th after making a tremendous move around the 83. Barnes, he needs a quick caution here to try and do something. We're under 20 laps to go. We're looking at about 17 when we hit the line here. Time is winding down in the season. The 2017 season about to come to a close here in a few short miles. Right now, Sean Breitzman out in the lead. 29 truck in 2nd. Andrew Williams in 3rd. Jeff Stab down 4th. And D Palmer, your top 5.
You gotta think right now. Is it 29? Is he thinking, do I run down the leader and get the win, or do I defend and make it easy for a teammate to get a championship? Ooh, what's going on in there?
Exactly what's going on in there.
Speaking of teammates, the 24 just way overdrove going into that corner. Allowed D Palmer to easy pass.
Yeah, Jeff Stab now is trying to stay on the back bumper of the 23. Not quite working out for him as the top 3 are starting to pull away just a little bit here.
Pulling away and coming together at the same time.
Yeah, pulling away from 4th and gathering, like you said. The 46 had a little bit of a lead early on, but that 29 truck and the 67 of Andrew Williams starting to catch him. Which makes this even more interesting because if the 46 gets shuffled back into, let's say, 3rd, Jeff only has to reach 3rd to win the championship. They do not have to win if the first driver, is 3rd or so.
But isn't it funny, ever since the chase came out, doesn't the champion normally win that race? I can't
Normally,
think of
yeah,
one
yeah,
iteration where it hasn't happened.
in real life, yeah, when it came down to this type of format, the last race winner normally does win the championship. You are right, but that does not have to be the case tonight.
Well, we're at 15 to go. 14 when we hit the line here. Bryce was still out front, being caught by his competitors in second and third here. Andrew Williams on the hunt in that Hungry Dragon Chevrolet, trying to steal a win.
I've been watching the back bumpers of these top three trucks here, and uncharacteristically, that 29 truck looks like he is overdriving his rig. He has got a little more throttle wiggle than both the 46 and the 67 have. Williams looking like the more solid setup for this run at this point than both of the Wicked Chassis drivers sitting in front of him.
Khakis.
Yeah, we actually have a battle back here, guys, for the 9th position as the 17 of Ryan Maines in that beautiful paint scheme, racing with the 83 of Marcus Tracy. This is all for 9th and 10th on the track. Looks like the 83 was trying to get a run on the 17, not quite going to get there. Ooh, look at Bryan Barnes.
Yeah.
What a run.
He's a fast doggy right now.
Yeah, he really wants a caution to come out. If he could just get past these two on a caution fly, oh, wouldn't he be in the catbird seat? Oh, that did. Almost came up on him.
I'm pulling for it myself because everything's starting to get a little bit too strung out. We need some more excitement in this race.
Right now, that popsicle truck is providing that excitement. He is driving around the high side of all of his competitors. Right now, working on the Wayne Hutchinson, the one almost got a little piece of wall.
He might have. Can't tell.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Bryan getting the wave around was about 3 seconds behind our leaders right at the restart, so he had so much time to pick up. He's just not going to be able to do it. He won't have enough time unless a caution comes out. And again, we're only about 6 laps away from the next flag ending it.
And I'm watching that 67 again. He is starting to put the pressure on that 29. That green hungry dragon. Oh, he sees a window.
And a wall.
I'm not gonna say the next part. Oh man, well these top three, they're trying. The 46 is trying to move away, and he's succeeding for just a little bit as the 67 and 29. We're about to go side by side.
Execute order 66. Come on.
Right? Picard maneuver.
Good Lord, it's getting too late in the race for a bunch of tomfoolery here. Working lap 92 of 100. We only have about 9 to go. 8 when we hit the stripe.
Yeah, it is going to be so close for second here. I believe that 67 has given up, and that 46 almost hit the wall there. That is not what he needs, not right now. If he were to hit the wall, just to let you guys know, the next chaser would be the 24 of Jeff Stabnow, who's currently battling the 23 of Deep Palmer for 4th. Right behind him, although on the leaderboard, not on the track, is the 4 of Bryan Barnes, who is about 4 seconds behind the guy in front of him in Jeff Stabnow. So unfortunate for Bryan, he just won't have the time to get there.
Yeah, I hate it for Bryan, because Bryan's been one of those guys, been consistent all year, and then you let somebody just fall into a good ride, and you know that kind of thing happens. So,
well, it goes to show you: has anyone ever won the championship without winning a race? Answer is no. At least for this series.
I'm not even talking about the championship.
Certainly not up in here.
I'm talking about the rookie of the year.
Oh man, well, yeah, that's unfortunate too, because he won't be able to get up to Jeff Stabnow. And it's really a shame, because Bryan Barnes was leading Jeff Stabnow for a long part of the season, probably the majority of the season.
Yeah, and he had
a
a nice big point lead as well.
Yeah, if you know the points are actually kept, you know, by somebody other than the crackhead, you know, he would have won this thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, Stabnow was trying to attempt to pass on the 23 of Deep Palmer, was not happening. 24 lost a little bit of time getting sideways just a little bit there. And it really does look like the top 3 is officially spread out. And Wes, as we cross the line, 5 to go, which means the next flag will end it.
Yes, it will, unfortunately. Right now, it's looking like it's smooth sailing for that 46, that bright safety cone orange of Sean Brightsman out front. Going to come to the line, 4 to go in front of his teammate in the 29 truck. Andrew Williams, unfortunately, going to run out of tire and time in the Hungry Dragon Chevrolet right there. D. Palmer and Stabnow, though, still fighting for that 4th position. That can get very interesting here as we're closing out these last couple of laps here of the 2017 season.
Stabnow has nothing to gain by passing D. Palmer, but he has everything to lose because right behind him is Barnes. And Barnes is closing.
Yeah, and if you can't get the overall championship, it's absolutely worth earning that Rookie of the Year standing, as it was a very good battle for these guys throughout the season here. Oh, 17 in the wall, Ryan Maines.
Oh, he is hard. He's bouncing
Saved
everywhere.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Saved it just in time. Oh, there we go.
Good.
I thought he was about to spin it on the front stretch, but we've got 3
Let's
to
go ahead and get this over with here.
Oh,
Yeah.
And Brightsman working his way through 3 and 4, going to come to the line, 2 to go in the Northwest Truck Series 2017 season.
Yeah, I tell you what, Jeff Stabnow is not leaving the back bumper of D. Palmer. He really, really wants that spot.
Well, he kind of needs it to solidify his spot here in the Rookie of the Year. But, you know, as long as Brightsman doesn't decide to get apron happy, I believe he is smooth sailing to this championship. Going to come off turn 4. White flag in the air. Into Volt Vapes 150 here at Homestead.
Yeah, it looks like his teammate trying to catch him in the closing laps should not be able to do it, as the 46 is running very solidly on the bottom there, getting a little bit of time. Andrew Williams fading as the laps go. Looks like this will be your top 3 unless something were to happen.
All right, 46. Toyota, Sean Brightsman making his way through turns 3 and 4 for the final time on the season. Truck to his outside, not going to be there. Sean Brightsman is going to win the race here at Homestead and the championship of the Northwest Truck Series for the 2017 season.
Oh, no, big wreck on the backstretch. Sorry about that. The 83, whoa, my goodness. 42, oh, everyone's getting wrecked back here. 42 of Nathan Little, 78 of Dan Stussy. Oh, all getting involved with the 83 of Marcus Tracy. Massive wreck on the backstretch at the end of this race. But that is all she wrote for now. Unfortunate for a couple of these wrecked drivers, those spots were just towards the back and really not for position. Again, our winner, the 46 of Sean Brightsman.
Yeah, here he comes down the front stretch. Gonna come down here. I don't think he's gonna be a gentleman here. Yeah, he's gonna burn him down here. Good job for that 46 Toyota. Awesome way to end the season here. Glad to see him in victory lane. A lot better than the alternative. All right, we're going to give you your final results here for the Volt Vapes 150 here at Homestead, Miami Speedway. Sean Brightsman, your winner here tonight and champion. 29 Trucks going to come home in second. Andrew Williams is going to come home in third. D. Palmer fourth. Jeff Stabnow going to win the Rookie of the Year in fifth. Bryan Barnes is going to fall just shy of getting that Rookie of the Year in sixth. Wayne Hutchinson going to come home in seventh. Andy Vogt eighth. Ninth goes to Ryan Maines and Marcus Tracy in 10th. Nick Kuhn in 11th. 12th goes to Gary LaViolette. Nathan Little 13th. Dan Stussy 14th. Nicholas Bishop in 15th. Brandon Weinberg 16th. 17th goes to Brett Johnson and Carl Burke. Going to round out your field in 18th.
And they are apparently still doing their payouts as they announced at the beginning of this season. Looks like Sean, for capturing that championship win, gets a $75 cash kick to himself there. Jeff Stabnow gets second position. He's going to take home $55 for his efforts this season. Third and fourth are an actual tie, and both take home $30.
Hey, there you go. And as we move over to interviews, before we get to the top three, I do want to bring in one more person, and that is the 24 Jeff Stabnow. He not only finished second in points, but is our Rookie of the Year. So we're going to give him a little bit of airtime here. Hey, Jeff, you got us?
I got you.
Fantastic. Well, we'll just give you as much time as you want just to verify what's going on here. You finished second in the point standings here as you crossed the line in fifth tonight. Can you talk a little bit about your race?
Well, it sure was an eventful one. I wrecked during qualifying, so I had to start in the back, and
Ricky.
then thank you. And then just to make it even a little more exciting, I decided to hit the wall on that first lap. So ran around with a little damage there, stayed on the lead lap, was able to get it fixed, and had some nice green flag runs. We had a nice long run set, and I probably would have been in trouble if we wouldn't have had those nice long green flag runs.
Yeah, that's great. You had a horrible qualifying session and a really rough first section. But man, you mid race, you were one of the truck's fastest laying down lap times. That was an impressive run you did. Inside, outside, it didn't matter. You were just right there running it down. That was amazing. Great job for you. Congrats on your Rookie of the Year. You had Barnes right behind you. Were you worried about him catching you at all during that section of the race?
No, I was definitely a little worried during that last restart. I managed to get away there a little bit, so I laid off D there at the end. I had a heck of a race with D at the end. That was fun.
Oh my gosh, you were doing great with that.
So I backed out of it at the end when I realized Bryan wasn't going to catch me. But yeah, he was fast. I was keeping an eye on him the whole race.
Great job. Well, hey, you Rookie of the Year, you netted yourself $50 in Northwest Truck Series money there. Great job. Congratulations.
Well, thank you guys, and thanks for everything you guys did to put on this show for us. I know my family sure enjoys watching this, so thanks to you guys.
All right, well, real quick, give us some shout-outs, some loves, say hi to the fam, say hi to your sponsors, and let's let you go party.
All right, sounds good. Hey, first of all, big congrats to everybody that was in the chase. We had some good racing, some good racers. So it was just an absolute honor to finish where I finished. So big shout out to everybody in this league. We got a heck of a league here. Absolutely love it. Another big shout out to my teammates. John couldn't be here tonight, but Mark and Sean and I, we worked pretty hard on these sets. We got a lot of hours into this. So big thanks to everyone, and most of all, you guys.
All right, well, hey, man, thank you. Congratulations, Rookie of the Year, and you got second in points. So, man, you're going to have yourself a good off season, roll in some dough for a little while, get set up, and get going again next year.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you next year.
And again, congratulations to the 24th Jeff Stabnow, finishing fifth tonight on the track, second in points, and is going to be our Rookie of the Year winner. We're going to move on to our top three finishers, and the first one we'll pull into the booth here is going to be the 67 of Andrew Williams, finishing in the third position. Hey, Andy, you got us?
Yeah, I got you, Katie. Hell of a run.
Yeah, talk about it, man. That was a great run for you. I mean, you pretty much stayed there solidly in second, I think, for majority of the night. You did get yourself one lap led there, so nicely done. But yeah, just walk us through that race.
Yeah, I didn't attend Tuesday's practice due to whatever, and then I decided, okay, I'm going to run the race. So then I did some off-track testing by myself, and I knew from the times, man, I'm thinking, hey, I got a pretty good setup here. And of course, Bryan, I'm going to give it to Bryan, my teammate, because he's trying to get the Rookie of the Year and also win the championship, which unfortunately didn't happen. But yeah, that setup was great. It was a little tight at first, and I loosened it up, and I gave Mark a run for his money. Race clean. Man, you can't ask for more. And have an interview, a top three interview with you guys, that's just the ultimate.
I know you were excited before the race to be able to race your way up into our booth. And, man, you pulled it off. Great job.
Yeah, it's like I told you guys in the pre-interview, it's like first of all, the biggest reason, one of the biggest reasons why I run this series is because of you guys, OCTV. After 23 years of online racing, this is an ultimate thrill to be able to watch the broadcast, be a part of it, get interviews. I've won championships years ago, numerous championships. You name it. So to me, that's not a biggie. But OCTV, I got to thank you, Donovan, Wes, Katie. Hell of a show. And then I got to thank my sponsor, of course, Hungry Dragon. I got to say a big shout out to Kip Leo. Man, that guy's the nicest guy I've ever met. Actually, I've never met him in person. We've talked a lot, but we got to have that beer. He's in the other side of town. We definitely got to have that beer. But yeah, kudos to the Hungry Dragon. That's been another great thrill of my 23 years of online racing, to actually sponsor someone that's real, not just made up or, this and that. So kudos to the Hungry Dragon. And I got to thank my teammate, Atlas Finisher teammate, Bryan. We worked really hard to get a great setup going. And then I gave it to Bryan here. He was doing great, but I think he got a little loose. And last of all, I got to thank Dan Stussy. Dan and I, we worked together at the end of or middle of last year. We traded setups, and he'd give me his, I'd give him mine. And so I got to thank Dan. He was a hell of an unofficial teammate. I told him to join the team, but he's like, I just do my own thing. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, third place finish. I got to thank Sean for winning the race. Out of all the Wicked Chassis guys, I have the ultimate respect for Sean Brightsman. That guy is a hell of a racer. Him and I, we raced neck and neck, tooth and nail, and always raced clean. And I got to thank, as far as the Dog Bear guys, I got to give a big shout out to Wayne Hutchinson. That guy, again, just like Sean, hell of a racer, races clean. Him and I, we were side by side a lot, racing tooth and nail, and that guy is a hell of a racer. So kudos to everything, man. I just going on here.
Man, you earned it. You got that right. You ran yourself up into the top 4. You were able to hold up tight there. You challenged for the win. Man, you had a great run and a great season. You had a couple of missed runs, so you didn't get to the final points. But man, just a thrill to watch you all season long. I know Katie's a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. You are a piece of class act, and we love having you part of the series.
Yeah, it's been great. And Talladega, Talladega makes you or breaks you, and unfortunately that broke me there. And in the next race after that, I was pushing too hard to get in the top 4, and I burned up my stuff, and well, that was it. But it's still a hell of a run, and just it's been a great year. Running with a Hungry Dragon, great barbecue sauce. You can get it online now, and go to Facebook, Hungry Dragon Sauces. But yeah, thanks to Wes and Donovan and Katie. Hell of a year. I'm not sure if I'm going to come back next year, but we'll see.
All right, man. Well, hey, you have yourself a great night. Go party with the team, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Thanks. See you next time.
That one's for you, bud.
Roger that.
And again, congratulations to Andrew Williams. Donovan alluded to it. He is definitely one of my favorites in the series. If not for his personality, just a good racer. He's just a tough racer, and it's really fun to watch him be aggressive on the track. And we wish him all the best. Whatever series he ends up running next, that is going to be a lucky series for sure. And we're going to move on to our second place finisher of the night, Mark Walls in the 29 truck. Hey, Mark, you got us?
10-4.
Fantastic. Well, I'm just going to give you the mic, let you talk about that race, because you ran second after practicing second, qualifying first. So it seemed like you were pretty stuck in your ways up front there, leading over half the race, 54 laps at the end of it.
Yeah, I knew Sean would be there at the end. He's real fast at Homestead. He was last season. So just trying to cruise out front as much as I could until he got there and let him roll away. But man, that was awesome side-by-side racing with Andrew Williams. That was a blast. I don't know how many laps we ran side-by-side, nose to tail, but man, he gave it a run for his money. He was real fast on the bottom. I had to stick up towards the top, and that was just some hell of racing.
No, man, you guys were almost stuck together that entire run. That was fantastic to watch. We were starting to take bets to see if you would run him down, if you would lay a little bumper on him or not, or if you're going to go for the win or go for the be a defender and help him out and try to win that championship.
No, I was trying to give him as much room as possible. I know that Homestead, you can run all over the place. You can run against the wall, the middle, the bottom. So just trying to give him his preferred line, me to stick the top, and not getting in anybody's way. We're just gonna go out and do our own thing, race our own race, and wound up sitting P2. John got the big win. That's it.
No, that was awesome, man. Your Wicked Chassis setups are fantastic. I know Jeff started rough, but he got it wrapped up at the end there. He ended up getting second points and wrapped up Rookie of the Year. That's fantastic for the team.
Yeah, he had a strong run through the field after blowing up in qualifying, spinning around in qualifying. So he had his work cut out for him, and he had some scuffle early on. We're like, all right, calm down, you'll be fine. Fast truck, stay with it. And to see him up there was just phenomenal to come through the field like that.
Yep, that was pretty fun, man. All right, let's. I know you've been up here a few times, so we're gonna let you give out some last race shout out, some love, say hi to the girls, and let's let you go and party.
Yeah, I got to thank all the series sponsors, the Hungry Dragon, Sasquatch Crossing, Stem Stuff. We have City Vineyard that was on board, OCTV, Volt Vapes, Sarge's Place. I mean, without any of them, we wouldn't have this amazing series. Without OCTV, no one would even know who we are. We're just a series that ran in the Northwest Club that, thanks to OCTV, put us out big on iRacing Live, and now everybody knows us. I'm sure we can go into open series and, hey, that's so-and-so from racing the truck series. So it's been an honor. I can't wait to see what the future holds for us for season 3. I know we got a lot of revamp, a lot of work to do. We'll come back strong. We'll figure out our new game plan and we'll go from there. But big hats off to Wicked Chassis. All those guys worked their tail off over there, and it definitely showed all throughout the chase.
All right, man, we're going to kick you back upstairs and see Sean barking at the door here wanting to get his celebration on. So we're going to go ahead and bring him in.
10-4.
And again, congratulations to that 29 of Mark Walls finishing in second tonight. Just outside the top 4 there in the chase. Great run for him, and we congratulate him on his second place finish, but who beat him to the lead there, not only winning the race, but winning the championship, is Sean Breitzman in the 46. Hey, Sean, you got us.
Gotcha.
Fantastic. I'm like I said, for the most part, I don't know what in the world you have in that truck throughout this series, but you have been incredible, and you showed it again tonight, finishing in first, leading 37 laps on the night, and not only that, but taking the championship win. Talk about that.
Well, it's awesome. I mean, there's a lot, obviously, that's went on, and I'm sure you guys have covered some of it, and so I take it with a little grain of salt. I'm happy on one point that I've got a championship quote, and then hate it for the whole series and everything that's kind of happened at the same point. So a lot of drama.
Amen to that, man. We try to keep most of that backstage stuff to the backstage and let you guys run your races and enjoy the moment that we're all in. So, but you did a fantastic job. We love watching you run. I know I personally love to see your aproning, but man, you missed it again this race.
Yeah, we came pretty close a couple times, especially towards the end when I was trying to focus and not worry about the 29 truck that was right behind me trying to catch me. So,
well, you don't have to be worried about that one.
Yeah, I mean, he's, no big deal.
Right. Man, you look great from the drop of the green flag. Your truck was clean and sharp, just like you always are. You hit your marks, you ran your grooves, and I was called it out there about 3/4 of the way through the racers, or not. Even the 29, he was looking a little wiggly, but you kept your truck pretty well tightened up. What did you do change-wise to keep you from being caught up in that burning out the tires?
I wish I knew. I think it's more driving style. We all ran probably pretty close to the same, maybe a change here or there, but I doubt it was even that different. I think it was just driver entry and how soon you got on the gas, and how how straight you kept the wheel, all that sort of thing. Because during practice all week, I felt slow. I didn't feel fast. So
Oh man, you were great the entire run. So that was impressive how you pulled that off.
thanks.
All right. Well, who do you got? Who do you got some love for tonight?
I gotta say thanks to Northwest Truck Series. Gotta thank Volt Vapes. Thank you for sponsoring this race. OCTV, you guys for broadcasting all season long. Of course, all our series sponsors: Sasquatch Crossing, Walls Beard Co., Sim Stuff, the Hungry Dragon. Also wanted to thank the series donators that donated for a prize purse that we, decided to refund at the end of this. So thanks to all of those guys that donated their hard-earned money towards a prize fund. Hopefully next season we'll get things a little straightened out, and if people want to, we can do that again.
That is an excellent way to keep it going. I love that. All right, man. Well, we're gonna let you go party up with Mark and the boys upstairs. So hopefully you guys have a great, safe night. And remember that most of us adults too have to work in the morning, so we're not gonna be drinking too heavily with you.
As long as you crack one open, we'll be all right.
I've cracked more than one.
Well, have you cracked one after I won?
Oh, not yet. I got to get up from the chair here, man.
All right, that's what's next. There we go. There we go.
Wes has gone through a few.
I'm on 7 out of a 12 pack. We're good.
Nice.
Perfect.
We needed it.
Amen to that. All right, Sean, congratulations on race win and championship. Great job. We look forward to seeing you again next season.
All right, thank you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it. And again, that was the 46 of Sean Brightsman winning, like you said, not only the race, but the championship. So very well done by him. And all our top 3 finishers, as well as our Rookie of the Year and the 24 of Jeff Stabnow. I think I will go ahead and sum up my final thoughts for not only this race, but the season. It was a long one. We had our races that were fun. Some were fun, some were drama filled. But man, you talk about that last race at Phoenix. I think we were just treated. We had too much fun, and then so tonight it was.
Oh, man.
It probably didn't stack up to that, but it was a great finish of this season. And just to reiterate, I think my racer of the season has got to be. I actually have a tie. I'm gonna give it to the 67 of Andrew Williams and the 4 of Bryan Barnes. My heart breaks when I think of what happened to Bryan tonight and what happened to Bryan throughout the season. He's been so close to winning every single time and just hasn't been able to break through. So I really hope that he's going to be able to have a great run in whatever series he runs next, because he definitely deserves it. A little bit of a heartbreak for Wayne Hutchinson. Had such a great season, not able to get up there at the end and win it. But again, congratulations to the 46 of Sean Brightsman. And I'm going to hand it right on over to Donovan.
You know, I've been thinking about this all day long here, and kind of what stood out to me. As much as I loved the series and what has happened through this whole year and the drama, I love the TRGA Motorsports racers getting together. Maines and he's grown so much. I love to see what he's done. The both of them, they elevated their game. They qualified 3 and 5 today. They ran in the top 5 for a huge portion of the race. What those two guys have pulled together, for me, watching that growth through the series has just been a phenomenal thing to bear witness to, and I'm excited for what they can do together running forward. So that's what I'm going to tip my hat to for this race season. Wes, what do you got? What do you got looking at?
Honestly, these races start at midnight in my time, and they don't end until about 1:30. So I am grateful that I get to go to sleep at a decent time for at least the next couple of weeks. But in all seriousness, I've thoroughly enjoyed calling this series. There's been a lot of differences and opinions, back and forth throughout the league and everything, but it's been an absolute pleasure to call the series. We've had some great racing. A lot of stuff that should have finished under green that ended up finishing under caution. A lot of hurt feelings, a lot of emotions. But at the end of the day, I pretty much say it for all of us. I mean, we're pretty much all racers here. You know, we're either into the service, or you're into real life racing, or this, that, or the other. And I mean, you just want to see a good race at the end of the day. And every Thursday night into Friday morning, the Northwest Truck Series has delivered that for me. So I'm very appreciative that the admins would bring us on board, have us broadcasting for us. Very appreciative for the guys over at iRacing.com/live to have us on the live portal since February. It's been a long 5 months, but for the final time for this season, for Donovan Johns, Katie Reed, and Cafe Olay, I am Weston Mess. We are RC TV, and we are gone. Thank y'all for watching.